to 9. 58, 16 to 9. 56, 26 to 9. OM frickin' G to 9. Stupid steam on the stairs, bro. We even got the God pattern other than the steam on the stairs. Easy game, easy life, dude. No!
You can't really moonfall in this. Like, it's possible, but it's really awkward. What? What just happened?
Yo, nice. That was a great boost.
Probably should have tried to get a missile from one of those pirates. Please, Red Bug. Please, Red Bug. Please, Power Bomb? Oh, that bug sucks, dude. Can you really? Can you see the bunch in the back? You see the bum?
Swag. Let's get the swag. Boom. Cool. All right. Let's roll through the door. Unmorph, aim down, do the wiggle, and get the quick drop. Okay. Hi, Croc. I came for dinner. Just kidding, I'm a liar! Go die! In the acid, where you belong.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So epic. What? 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 Oh my god. Hey guys. Pretty much no one's here yet, so we can just hang out for a couple minutes. This is King.
Hey, what's up?
He'll be sitting here while he's talking about stuff. But yeah. Oh, that's not a good spot for that, I guess. I'm dumb. Let's do this. Move this. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good day. Like the best day. It was a Monday. It was a Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not the best day. That's okay. Nia, why do you always do this? Start stream and she leaves. What's your deal? What? What? Get back in your chair. Yes. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. Anyway. How's it going, Nada? Wolfgang, Mr. Bean Samus. Yeah, this is going to be fun. He was showing me some of the stuff earlier. It's cool. How's it going? It's going all right. How are you? Hi, Tex. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. I wasn't looking at chat, but I'm looking now. Hello, Dan Thon YouTube. How's it going? Move this. Sure. You can go right there. I think so. We're going to chill for a couple minutes and then I'll probably just run one more ad break so that it, you know, doesn't interrupt depending on how long we're talking about stuff. What's up, Drewski?
Drewski, what's up?
And then, yeah, we'll switch seats and he'll talk about stuff that he understands that I don't understand. And it'll be cool.
But you will? You'll understand.
I will understand it once you explain it. What's up, Arian? What, Nia? What? What? I tried to pick you up, to give you attention. You keep doing this. Hey, hey. Okay, here we go. There. Drewski. You love Nia so much, huh? She's a good cat. She is a good cat. Covered by the mic arm. There we go. I talked to Behe in November, December, and he was just chilling. You reached out to him a week ago and you heard back. I reached out to him yesterday and he didn't respond to me. Wow, dude. Apparently, Drewski is Behe's new best friend. Fine. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Boo doo boop 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 boo doo boo. Ba da bum ba dum bum. Cool, cool. It's good to hear. Yeah, so King and I have been hanging out today. We got some food and we talked about life and it was great. And now we're going to talk about Super Metroid because that's a big deal in my life. And that's, I mean, that's, you know, that's what I stream, right? That's what you guys want to see. All right. So I can run more ads now. So I'm going to do that. And then even though there's just a handful of people here, we'll probably get started after that. It didn't even invite you. You could have been here in 20 hours. Only 20? Isn't the drive from Texas longer than that?
Oh shoot, you're in Texas?
Yeah, Drewski's in Texas. Sorry to dox you, man. I didn't mean it.
Oh, I might be over there.
I feel like it's a longer drive than that. Depends which part of Texas. Fair. It's around a 20-hour drive from where you are. Cool, cool. Texas is nice except for the hurricanes on the coast. I wouldn't know. Yeah, that's right, Nia. Get back in your chair. I was talking to somebody else in Texas the other day, and he was talking about how it's really annoying because people ask like, hey, do you have this thing in Texas? And it's like, well, I mean, maybe I do, but what if it's on the other side of the state? Like, it's so far away, it wouldn't even matter. Hey, loser, how's it going? Yeah, that's what I hear, Drewski. It's rough. I used to think like 4 hours was a long drive. And I mean, it can be depending on the context, but definitely done longer drives since then. Yo, Sassy. So just so you guys know, Zenithon is paused right now, but I think technically the timer will still add time. You won't see it because I'm hiding it, but let me look. Because I don't want that to overlap with the stuff that King is going to be talking about, because that would make it seem weirdly like I'm trying to monetize it, and that is not my goal. Yeah. Okay. So the timer will go up. If you sub or anything like that, it'll still go up. It's not visible right now. Just so we're all on the same page. Thank you, Sassy, for the tier 3. Thank you, Bean Samus, for another tier 3. I need to give extra time for these, actually. Where's the thing? Hey, Turbine. Okay, so the ads are done. So King and I are going to switch seats now. And we're going to have an awesome time while he talks about this stuff. Let me start a new recording. And I guess I should make sure that the sound and stuff is working. That seems loud. We're going to turn that down. Well, actually, okay, so I'll turn it down over here. Where's the thing? Okay. That's probably better audio balance than before. It was really loud before. Does this sound good to you guys? Hey, Mist. How's it going? Pretty quiet now? Okay. I'm turning it up. Hang on. This one? How's this? Is that better? Great. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. So switch me spots.
All right. I would like to have my computer, I guess, with me because I have like information.
Sure, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to like move stuff so you can?
I mean, I might just keep on the floor here.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah. I'll chill.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna start recording, and I'm gonna do a little brief intro thing, and then we'll switch. Okay. All right. Hey guys. So King of the Hill is here, as you can see. This dude, when was it? A couple weeks? 3 weeks?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Like 3 weeks ago, he did a run of Super Metroid. Okay. He completed it with 13%. Now, the reason that's a big deal is because low percent traditionally has been 14% for a long time. He can explain better why this is a big deal than I can. There have been some other 13% runs done in the past, but there was always some like situational stuff about them, right?
I can get into that.
Yeah, he'll explain it, but it's a really big deal. The dude like made history. And I'm super proud of him. So he's actually here at my house and we're streaming together, and he's gonna talk about his run and some of the stuff that goes into this like underflow setup and all of that stuff. So we're gonna switch spots now, and he's gonna drive, and I'm just gonna be back there just like spectating. So yeah, cool.
I'll do the best I can. What's up, everyone? I'm King of the Hill.
You have headphones on your left arm.
Do I?
Yep.
Do I need them?
If you want to hear like the game, for example, while it's playing.
This is based on visual rather
Sure.
than audio cues, so
Okay.
I will say I don't need it.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll just set it down.
Wow, Turbine.
Right now.
Man, Turbine
Okay.
never gives me a break. He called me ugly. What a jerk.
All right. Yeah, so let me just get into it. So I'm King of the Hill, and I did 13%. This 13% uses something called underflow, which is a glitch that has some controversy behind it. It's not allowed in randomizers, for example, because it kind of defeats the point of ammo management. But in this case, it's not. The way it behaves isn't exactly a major glitch, so I wouldn't call it actually a major glitch. But
It's a medium glitch.
it's a medium glitch.
Medium
that.
glitch.
Yeah, I'll go with that. But it is something necessary for this run because you get pretty much infinite ammo, and I can skip charge beam. So the reason this is so big of a deal is because 14% chargeless in the past has used 15 power bombs, and that was more humanly doable. The way that worked was you would get in a state of permagoo, and then in that permagoo, Dragon would pick you up at exactly the same time, so it's always the same visual cue.
So
But
what does
yeah.
Permagoo do? Can you
Permagoo.
explain that?
Okay, how do I?
I know what
this?
it does, but just for the sake of educating other people
Okay.
that don't know.
So permagoo. Let me do this. Okay. So, oh, I didn't show it. Whoops. Okay. So while you're like in a state of goo, whatever you want to call it, you move slower, right? And when you're in that state, Dragon will come over to pick you up. When you're permanently in that state, so it would look something like, oh, whoops. Let me, just fill. Oh, whoops. I'm trying to like, actually, no, I could just do this and then get picked up. Yeah. And then this is a state of permagoo. So what you'll notice here is I move slower. I'm moving slowly. And Dragon will pick me up.
So Dragon
that.
always homes in on you immediately. When Dragon would normally do a goop phase, what would happen is you'd have to get hit by goop, and then Dragon would home in and grab you. But in this state, the actual like gooping phase doesn't happen because you're still technically gooped. So Dragon just automatically homes in on you immediately.
Yeah.
So how did you execute that permagoop right there?
So you place a power bomb, and while the power bomb's going off, Dragon is shooting goo at you. But you need to be like right at her mouth. Wait, where is it? Oh shoot.
What did you do?
Oh, I just paused it. So, okay, as I was saying before, like when you do underflow with 15 power bombs, Dragon will just immediately come over to you.
Mhm.
So it's not RNG dependent, meaning that the underflow is the same timing every single time when you have 11 or more power bombs. But how to get into it? You lay a power bomb, and then you need to be like right next to Dragon's mouth. Do you see the mouse? Yes, you do. Right next to her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, how does it work? She shoots a goop like the moment it gets destroyed. which is also the moment it touches you, I guess, makes contact with you. And so you're just permanently in that state because it touched you, but there's not anything to destroy
Gotcha.
or go away. So now you're just chilling like this.
So how hard is it to time that
To
get permagoop?
Yeah. Oh, to get permagoop, it's pretty lenient.
Okay.
But the underflow itself is a pretty
That-
perfect
yeah.
power bomb placement.
Okay.
And that's how it's always been. And that's the same thing for 10 power bombs. That's not going to change. What else? I think that's all the background info.
Okay.
I think. But yes, the reason why 10 power bomb underflow is so difficult is because you need 10 power bombs. You need to actively be having 10 power bombs like right before the crystal flash happens to do the crystal flash. So what you do is you lay a power bomb. Now you're at 9. Now you got to farm it up again. And it's a 2% chance. And so this was seen as task only for years. Let me actually try and do it right now. That was early. That was a frame late. I can tell because I got a medium drop. Not a medium drop. That's not a thing. A small drop.
A small energy.
Yeah, a small energy, which indicates that I'm either 2 frames early or 1 frame late. But I can tell just by that pattern it's 1 frame late. Okay, I'm not going to spend like way too long at this, but I do kind of want to get a successful one on stream for you.
For sure.
That was 1 frame early. A big health means it's either 1 frame early or 2 frames late. So like when I'm doing this on my own stream, that was just a bit late on the powerbomb placement.
So you got the drop, but your power bomb placement was
Yeah.
off?
Whoops. Trying. I mean, there's a reason it took me 30 hours though.
Right.
There we go. All right. So this is based, I guess when people were talking about making this RTA, people were talking about going for the 2% chance for a power bomb drop. And that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is grinding for an 8% chance. I think it's like 8% of getting a workable pattern, in which case I would be able to tell when to shoot the goop to get a power bomb drop. And yeah, and then it's about laying the power bomb at the right time. So
when you crystal flash,
One. Yes.
and that activates the underflow, what's happening?
Okay, what's happening? Oh, like why it underflows?
Yeah.
So it's overlapping counters. Let me see this.
Because, like, if you crystal flash
that
normally, like we crystal flash and get grabbed by Dragon in RBO,
Mhm.
and it doesn't underflow.
Yeah.
That just gives us a flash suit. So I guess what's the difference here? It's the frame perfect powerbomb placement. So is it that Dragon grabs you on a specific frame of the crystal flash occurring, or like what's happening there that's causing the underflow?
Yeah. So Dragon grabs you on the frame that the crystal flash, I guess, initiates.
Okay.
Which means that you will be doing the crystal flash while being held by Dragon. What's happening is that the counters are kind of overlapping. So there's 2 counters going on at that time. There's the counters for depleting ammo for the crystal flash, and then there's the counters with like how many direction inputs you're doing for Dragon to let go of you. And what happens is that those overlap. And so like if you're doing the directional inputs for Dragon, it'll keep depleting ammo.
So every time you do a directional input, it depletes more ammo.
It depletes more than 0.
So it goes down below 0. So then you have, what is it, 65,000? Is
Yeah.
that what it is? 65,000 missiles?
Yeah.
And then the same thing happens with supers. So it goes from 10 down to 0, and then you keep doing the directional inputs, and then it underflows your supers as well. So then you have 65,000 supers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I do underflow both missiles and super missiles. Power bombs is kind of weird. Doesn't really work. I don't know why. Maybe someone else would know, but
I think I remember underflowing power bombs at one point somehow.
Yeah.
Long time ago. I was theorizing underflow stuff for an even lower
D4F1.
percent RBO. And I'm trying to remember who. Somebody pointed out, because what I wanted to do was underflow just missiles so that I could then shoot a bunch of missiles to get back to the point where I could crystal flash again. And then somebody's like, well, I mean, if you're doing that, you should also do it for supers and power bombs. And I was like, wait, you're right. And then I theorized how long it would take to use those other types of ammo, and it was like multiple days. I just gave up. I was like, no, we're not doing this. So, but it was cool. It's a cool idea.
0843. And then I think this, for this particular setup, this is the one. This is the frame where you want to lay the power bomb, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll make a save there. This is generally what it's going to look like. What I've seen, I guess I took pictures. I don't know if I can put it on stream or not, but I guess, ZENI, you can see that, I guess, across all these setups, it's like pretty similar, but like some it's like maybe like different by a pixel or two or something like that, which I wasn't able to get down. What I did was just like, I tried my best to get the power bomb like in a 4 pixel range and kind of just hoped that it lined up. But yeah, that's why it took me 32 hours. But yeah, that is generally what it's going to look like. So what I do for timing the power bomb placement is I look at Dragon's belly, I guess, how far it is on the screen. But to time when to shoot the goop, I time it based on when these goops appear. Like, but anyway, talking about like the underflow itself. So if I push one direction button once, it'll, I guess, deplete just one there. So I do that, and then I just push all the buttons here because I want both.
Yeah.
It would be good to have both. I could even just do missiles, but I would like supers.
Yeah, supers are better.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah. Now the problem is, and this getting the power bomb drop when you have a workable pattern is a skill thing. And let me show you what that is, because I'm going to show you the difference between this pattern, this pattern, and this pattern,
So when you
which
say
are all
pattern,
slightly different.
this is the goop pattern is different. Is that what you're referring to, or is it?
More specifically, I'm referring to the time where the goop appears on screen.
Okay.
Which indicates, I guess, when the power bomb is going to be. So let me make a save for this one. Actually, no, this one, because it comes in the latest.
Are you asking for a challenge?
This. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job right now. I'm doing my best, though. Okay, so this is one setup. I can tell that the difference between this setup and this one is that Dragon on this one shoots goop 1 frame later. And that's something that I need to recognize, because Dragon shoots 1 frame later, that means I'm going to shoot the goop 1 frame further back, like around here. And this is something I base off of like where the tip of the gun, I guess, Samus's turret is. So in this case, I want it to be like a little further back. I guess the center of the goop needs to be a little bit further back from the center of the tip of the turret, if that makes any sense. Whereas this, oh, whoops. But I lay the power bomb, and I want to shoot like. Actually, that might even be too late. No, I want it to be like more in the center there, so it's a little bit earlier. Yes. What else is there? This is something that honestly, I think you would just need a lot of experience doing. But oh, and then there's this one, of course, where you get an earlier goop. But generally what the pattern looks like is 1, 2, 3, 4. I shoot that fourth goop. And that fourth goop is going to drop the power bomb. That's how it looks most of the time. This one, it's the fifth goop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this is probably like a little bit earlier in the RNG loop. In which case, Dragon shoots a goop a little bit earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is a workable pattern. The one with 5 goops. Dragon has to shoot that really early though. You're gonna get, if you were to do this yourself, you would get some where it would be the 5th goop, but this goop appears a lot later, and it's not gonna be a workable pattern because you're gonna get the power bomb like way back here. And so with what I'm doing, that's not gonna work. Whereas something like yes, most patterns don't work. So I guess a little bit about the RNG loop. The whole point of this is to look for workable patterns rather than going for a 2% powerbomb drop rate or whatever. What I do is I get in a small 87 RNG loop, and then 43 of those are goop values, and then 44 are swoop. So if I can find, in this case, I have 1, 2, 3 workable patterns here. That's 3 and 43, which is, I don't know, I could do the math, but that's a lot better than it was ever thought to be. But yeah, most patterns don't work. And that's just something that you need to recognize. So let me try and get an example of that. Let me just try and get one pattern. Okay. Yeah, this is not a workable pattern. I can tell, like, if Dragon shoots a goop like that, yeah, it's not workable. But most aren't going to be workable. But let me show you one that looks like it would be. Okay, 7% chance.
Is it it not workable because it can't drop a power bomb in a spot that you can pick it up? Or
Correct.
Is it, okay.
Yeah, so I'm sure you could find some better way to do it. Where, like, I don't know, maybe you could like lay a power bomb here and then jump over to the right.
Sure.
And like, I guess memorize the timing for all the patterns, but
so
that's not what I did.
The thing about executing a crystal flash frame perfectly like this is that a crystal flash will only activate if Samus is pixel perfectly aligned with the power bomb. And so you can't just like lay the power bomb and then move somewhere else and grab a drop and then try and move back and get it. Like theoretically, like a task could do that. But a human really kind of needs to stay in one specific spot, lay the power bomb, collect a power bomb drop in that same spot, and then execute the crystal flash. So that's part of the reason why King is saying, like, you know, it's possible that you could maybe get other power bombs to drop in these other patterns, but they're not going to be in the right spot for you to be able to pick them up and then execute the crystal flash, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there could be other humanly doable methods.
Yeah.
Total was the one who first showed me like some kind of humanly doable method. However, his method had like, what it had was, it had 2 goops coming, like, yeah, you can see the mouse, like 2 goops coming around here. And then what he would do is he jumped up and shot down. And I think that causes, I mean, number one, that wasn't in the small RNG loop, so it's a lot less predictable.
Yeah.
You need the small RNG loop if you want to make this work, because it hugely decreases the random stuff that can happen. But yeah, that is something you need. Some other benefits. Dragon will never slap you when you're in this loop, which is pretty cool. So I can just, look at that. I'm not slapped until I reach the very top. And so in my entire grind for these 10 powerbomb underflow categories, never slapped one single time. And that is really nice. And that is also something I exploited when I did the Kona challenge, so I could low-key cheese the Dragon fight and not get slapped.
Cheater! You broke my world record with cheats.
Yep.
Wow. What a jerk.
But yeah, but that is something that's very useful, especially like my hands were like shaking, like, oh my gosh, like freaking out when I got this. This was like a huge deal to me. And so like just having a very free fight made a huge difference for me. So that's a big plus. But that's not the reason why. The main reason is predictability. It does slightly, like maybe a 0.5% chance increase the powerbomb drop rate.
Nia's trying to get on King's lap right now, by the way.
Also, I forgot to explain this. So the timing to shoot the goop to get a powerbomb drop is a 2-frame window, because I guess how it works is when you're going down the RNG, I guess loop, I guess when you get near it, it's like small health, big health, power bomb, another power bomb, small health, big health. That means it's a 2-frame window.
And then there's a nothing drop after that?
After the big.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a small, big, power bomb, small, big, nothing. So that means that this trick is a frame perfect input followed by a 2-frame window input. Does that sound like anything? CWJ.
CWJ.
Yeah. When I was first being told about this category, I was told that it would be more consistent than CWJ. So stupid. Yeah, imagine CWJ, but you only get to attempt it like 7% of the time. And yeah, like it just doesn't even work out. Like,
and it's what, like an hour into the run?
Yeah. And it takes 3 minutes to attempt every time. And the inputs vary. And let me tell you another thing that gets really complicated is these turrets, even when they're destroyed, advance RNG by a frame, or yeah, they what is it? They skip a value. They skip an RNG value once every 64 frames. So what can happen sometimes is very occasionally, sometimes that will just skip the powerbomb drop. So it'll just become frame perfect.
Fun.
I had that happen once in practice. I don't know if that happened in any of my runs.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I did have a few that looked kind of odd to me. They could have been, but no way of knowing. I didn't have a RAM watch or anything like that open during the run. But sometimes that'll throw off the goop pattern a little bit. Like I had a video of like one of my, I guess what, underflow pattern inputs, whatever. And what happened was this scoop is like normally way down. No, this scoop is normally way down here. What happened was I'm guessing that the turret pushed this to go rather than down here to push like up here, which did not throw off the underflow itself. But I did have a couple attempts in runs where like, I guess this is the height where you want the goop that you shoot to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a couple where it went like way up here. And so
maybe the powerbomb would have been out of reach.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could have jumped up, but when you're jumping, that's another input you have to manage.
Yeah.
And so that's not something that I wanted to do. But yeah, the goal of what I've done is you need luck. You have to have luck. Things have to fall into place. And I didn't master the timing of the powerbomb placement. So that's something that I was just hoping and praying would fall into place. But it is no longer lottery winning luck. And I think that's pretty cool because that's what it was thought to be. So much so that Bob, one of the most, I feel like he was very knowledgeable about this kind of thing, just like the randomest crap, decided that this would be harder than the one that he did that had a triple frame perfect trick in Mount Everest.
Yeah, so I want you to talk more about that, but before that, can you talk about the RNG loop stuff?
Yeah.
Like,
how to get into it?
Yeah, how to get into it and what the difference is as far as like why it matters. Like you said it's not lottery winning anymore, but like the sheer I can't think of the word right now. Just the massive difference that it makes, I guess. You know,
Yeah. I mean, the massive difference that the loop makes is that you're dealing with only-
magnitude. Yes, thank you.
magnitude. Okay. You're only dealing with 87 rather than 2200 values. So that makes it so much easier to be able to identify certain patterns that will work. Because if you're trying to identify, like, let's say 5 workable patterns in, I guess, 2200 possibilities, that's too much to handle. But I think 4 and 87 really isn't that bad. Like, it's a lot better than it was. So that's the most important reason. You have a lot less random crap going on, and that's something, that's the goal, is like to,
It's like 1 in 20.
yeah,
Right?
or 1 in 20, something like that. I think with 4, if it were 4 and 43, that's what I originally theorized. That would be like 1 in 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, right, because half of them are swoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I guess like just any random thing that can happen in the fight, like anything at all, is 1 in 87. I guess other than turrets,
Yeah.
wild and. But something interesting about this was that I've had basically like near perma swoops. Like I had one attempt where Dragon swooped for 2 minutes straight. I don't know if you've ever had that, but
No, I mean, I did get a lot of swoops a couple times in RBO though. I think the most swoops I've ever gotten in a row was 16 or 17 or something ridiculous, but
yeah, Dragon was just going for a minute and a half,
Yeah.
2 minutes straight. And so that can rarely happen in this RNG loop, but I mean, it's not too much of a concern. What would I say?
so yeah, how do you get in the loop?
Yes. Okay. How to get into the loop is real simple. So what I want to do is, okay, so I'm just going to, oh, whoops. Actually, that wasn't one that I needed anyway. Shoot, how do I reset? Okay. I guess I'll explain this later, but resetting removes you from the loop. What you'll want to do is you want to essentially, what is it, the pre-cathedral room in Norfair, Upper Norfair? I don't know exactly what that room is called. Yo, what's up, prof? I don't know what that room is called.
I think pre-cathedral is called pre-cathedral.
Okay.
I think it really is.
All right. Yeah, so what you do, you walk in there with 69 health, subunit 0 health. You walk in and you die.
Okay, so this is the room, the first heated room in Upper Norfair?
Yes.
Is that the correct room with the mini Deskigas at the bottom and the
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
So you walk in there with 69 health and you die?
Yeah.
That's all you have to do? And it will set you to an RNG loop?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me talk about that a little more.
Let me explain why I think that would be, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right or on the right track.
Yeah.
So any room that you enter that has hopper enemies, so there's hoppers, there's mini hoppers, and then there's Deskigas and mini Deskigas. Also B-toms, which are the little like frog guys. I want to say it's just those enemies, but any room that you enter that has one of those enemies in it will normalize the RNG value, okay? And this room happens to also have heated damage. So it has hopper enemies and heated damage.
See that?
Thank you, Nada. So apparently, yeah, also the volcano rocks in that one room. But so if you enter this room that normalizes the RNG and you have this specific amount of energy, what that means is that Samus is always going to die on the same frame. And that puts you in this loop somehow. Am I right about that, or am I off base here?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how the math works with the RNG. Yeah, Nada would probably know that better, but yeah, you would die on the same frame, which is why your sub-unit health needs to be 0. Because if it's not, then that could throw you onto something different. But
so, does the game do something weird with RNG when you die? Like what's the deal with that? Like, why doesn't it just keep rolling like it would? Like that's weird.
I don't know that.
I
Actually,
mean, not
but,
us here, so
yeah.
he can explain.
Yeah, what I think is that it doesn't do anything weird. Okay, I guess XBA just stops happening. I think the thing that happens is that you die on the right frame where XBA stops happening, I guess, to where you would just somehow end up in the small RNG loop.
Huh.
But let's say your subunit health is not at 0. So what does that mean? So you will not, I mean, that is like when you take heat, lava, or acid damage, because it's slightly less oftentimes than 1 health per frame.
Okay.
In which case, I guess it keeps track of subunit health. And that is not something that you can normally fix. But the way you can fix it, if that happens to you, is to set reserves to manual and just do the pause abuse. So I'm going to walk in.
So why not just get 69 energy here, I guess, is my question.
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
So you said you need to enter this room with 69 energy and die.
yeah,
But in this case, you entered with 56, and now you're doing reserves and stuff. So
yeah.
So why not just like farm until you're at 69 energy and then?
Because you don't know what your subunit health is.
Okay.
So if you took lava or heat or acid damage at any point, you don't know if your subunit health is going to be flat at 0.
Okay.
You need it to be flat at 0. So what you do is you pause abuse. What I just did before was I drained my health to 0 and paused, or I guess paused before it. My health drained to 0. I filled it up with stuff in the reserves, 49 health, turned on Varia again. Yeah, I didn't know that until 3 years ago. It's not exactly useful for any popular runs, though.
Okay. And so now you need to get to 69 energy.
Yeah, but you can do this in a different way than me. I guess for this run, I had 49 in the reserves, but I later found that it would just be more efficient to leave the emulator open after doing this. If I leave the emulator open and never reset the game, I'll stay in the small RNG loop.
Gotcha.
As long as I don't enter any like rooms with acid or anything like that, which Meridia has none of that.
Okay.
So yeah, I just left the game on. Yeah, 49 health is also like a pretty good number. I guess I guess I could explain that more, but it just helps with setting up the health for underflow. But yeah,
you need 4 smalls or 1 big, and then you're back to 69.
Yeah.
So now you turn off Varia and you go in and you take the heat damage and you die.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward, whatever. Yeah. Click continue. And if you fail it, you have to die. Don't reset. Because if you reset, then you'll go back to, I guess, the normal stuff. And you'll no longer be in that loop. Yeah, so that's how to get in it. And I'll check right now. I don't know if you have a way of getting the...
Getting that on screen?
Yeah, getting this on screen.
Yeah, we can throw it up.
Yeah.
So I just need to do a new window capture. And okay. And then we'll zoom in on this so it's actually visible.
Yeah. So what you're seeing is, I guess, an emulator tool that I use to, I guess, keep track of the RNG, which RNG changes every frame, sometimes more.
Is that good?
Yeah, something like that. So, wait, what is it? Whoops. It's running every frame, right? If I do frame by frame, frame in advance, I can see that these are in, this is the small loop.
Using cheats.
Yep.
You're watching the memory, you cheater. Just kidding. I'll stop. That's not nice.
Okay, 01FF notable and 0B0C are notably the times where you need to shoot the goop in every setup. And then where is it? D2FC and 1FFD are the ones that drop a power bomb from goop. So those are back to back, so that's a 2-frame window, unless turrets decide that they want to skip that. Then it'll be frame perfect, but that's pretty rare. But yeah, that's how you set it up. I do have a picture here, basically just showing that there's highlighted rooms in Norfair and summoning criteria that have acid. So just don't go into those if you want to stay in this loop. But everything,
Because of XBA.
yes,
XBA will ruin the loop.
Yep.
Okay.
but everything I've used this loop for is only useful really for Meridia, and that's never going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm in the small RNG loop. This works, by the way, this works with or without Ice Beam. So it's not different just because I have Ice Beam in this, so. Oh, whoops. Oh, shoot. Okay, whatever. Just gonna die, and then load it up again. So you can die and you can load it up again, and you'll still be in the small loop.
As long as you don't reset.
Don't reset. So what I would do here, I would actually have 30 in the reserve, because you don't get health bombed at 30. And so if you accidentally pick up a health, you can still Crystal Flash at 50, I guess. So it just, I guess, one less thing to worry about. Okay, I'm just going to do this and then just give myself the supers again. Oh, oops.
So what would you do to destroy the turrets normally?
I would do, okay. Oh yeah, maybe I should show that. I'll just fast forward. I'll die eventually, right? Okay. Emulator is so cool with that. Yeah, so I forgot that I need to do missiles. You can do super missiles because I guess you could. I have gone super missile drops.
But they're a lot more rare from the goop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just shoot everything with missiles. What I do, especially when I have this much health, I shoot that turret once, and then I'll get missiles later, farm again. I do want to get hit once, so like I don't end up picking up a health or whatever from Dragon, and then that goes into the reserves, and it's not what I want. I'm gonna set this to 30 like I did before.
Yep.
So I'm just juggling this, like so.
And since we're in the small RNG loop, you can get grabbed and not worry about dying unless you get hit by too many sparks.
Yep. Oh my gosh, you love to swoop. Yeah, pick up missiles.
Destroy this turret.
Yep. You can leave it, I guess, but I find it more complicated to do that.
Yeah.
But if you want to get out of Permagoo, interestingly, what you can do is you can power bomb a turret projectile or whatever, a turret shot.
That's all it takes, huh?
Yeah, and you'll
Weird.
get out of it.
Weird. So now you'd need to
yeah.
farm your missiles back to max to be able to Crystal Flash.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you need to be in
So
energy range to be able to Crystal Flash.
yeah. So I want to take a hit.
You get grabbed. She's never going to slap you. Because of RNG manipulation. It's not cheats, guys.
That's not workable.
Okay, so in that case, since it's not workable, at that
Yeah.
point, do you have to die?
No. So I have to die when I get Permagooed, because when I destroy the turret, I don't have a way to get rid of it, and I need to not be in Permagoo so I can farm a power bomb. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. I didn't think to say that. But yes, I mean, I don't have to, but it can take a while to farm up a power bomb. But I've gotten it as fast as like 15 seconds later, because again, a power bomb drop is rare. It's like a
Right.
2% chance.
Right.
So what I can do, so like in this case, oh, whoops. How did Eddie know that he was in the small RNG loop? So, okay, not a workable pattern, so I wouldn't even I wouldn't even bother to try.
So in this case, you
So-
would just wait to die.
No, so I would get
You would wait for a powerbomb drop.
I get latched on by a goop before the power bomb, I guess, gets in range to destroy it. And now I'm at 9. Yeah, I would just farm up another power bomb. But sometimes it takes a long time, and there gets a point where I just give up. Especially like if I end up getting like 50. So if I get another health drop before getting a power bomb, I'm just gonna die
Yeah.
and try again. But
Gotcha.
oh, yeah. I like to center myself on screen. I do like these things move a little bit to the left and then to the right or whatever. It's not exactly required.
Oh,
There-
it is.
Yeah, so
Look
that
at
was pretty
that.
quick. So if you just like die again, if you die and re-enter the room, it's like what, 3 minutes or so. But that was faster than 3 minutes. So sometimes,
Sometimes it's worth it.
yeah, I think a lot of times it is. But yeah, if I get over 50 health without a power bomb, I just die.
Yeah.
That's workable.
So at that point, it's a matter of frame
Oh, whoops.
perfectly laying the power bomb and then 2-frame window shooting the goop.
It actually is a workable.
Oh, is this one of the ones that looks like it is, but maybe it's not?
Oh shoot, might be. Let me see. Look at my keyboard, by the way. Freaking. Let me try it. Yeah, this is not a workable pattern. This is one that's like very deceptive because it looks just like the workable patterns, but what happens is this is a bit too early. I mean, maybe you could find a way to work with this. Oh, whoops. But like you gotta shoot like here or something like that. And it's gonna be like, oh whoops, even earlier than that. But it's like the power bomb's gonna be like chilling there and it's gonna be like
It's
slightly out of range. Which I guess you can move
You
over.
might be able to step over and then moonwalk and morph and I mean, but
It's a lot of inputs to
yeah,
manage. Yeah.
like
So maybe
at that point you're kind of getting lucky.
Maybe
even
don't.
More, like
yeah. But generally what the patterns are gonna look like is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you shoot that fourth.
right.
Except for that. But when I've just, I guess, after putting in hours of attempts into this, I started to notice that like, oh, like this non-workable pattern is like appears to be, I guess, too late or too early or whatever. What else is there to say?
Do you want to talk about the other 13% runs that have been completed and why they're
Okay.
why this is a big deal still?
Yeah. So one of the ones is one that I did last week. Are all the workable? There could be right side. I don't know them. I haven't looked at it.
The thing is,
certainly
going
possible.
back and forth would not be worth it with the suitless movement. It's almost always going to be better to just wait for the left side.
What do I do with the underflow? So it allows me to skip charge. And so when I can skip charge, I can skip an item. So I would have near infinite ammo, in which case I can have 13%. The 14% version of this category was done like 10 years ago. It was 14% because it used 15 power bombs and not 10, because this was thought to be task only for a long time. But the other 13%, one is one that I did last week. Instead of Ice PB, I did X PB. That also is 10 power bomb underflow, and it took me 100 hours. But the ones that have existed before it are the 13% with L plus R, which is controversial. It's not legal for, I guess, the leaderboard because
so
it's not allowed.
L plus R in this context means left plus right on
Yes.
the D-pad simultaneously. And a regular SNES controller can't do that. So that's why it's kind of like this. It's you can do it if you abuse the way that the game was coded, but you wouldn't have been able to do it on a controller when the game came out, kind of thing. Like, yeah. So,
but I do think that people are generally going to have an easier time just opening up a controller to do that category than this. But I could be wrong. It also seems like a lot of people are interested in this more because this is like the valid low percent, and I think that's totally fine. But yes, that is a reason why that was controversial, was because it required something that's just not allowed for the leaderboard.
and you did that a few years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then there was one that Bob supposedly did, but not everyone agrees that his runs are legitimate. They could be, but we don't know, especially since we haven't heard from him in a while. But I don't know. There's controversy there. This is the first one where it's a 13% that I think we can agree actually happened. And it is one that doesn't use L plus R. And this is technically, I guess, submittable to the leaderboard. I could submit this as any percent.
Right.
Which I think would be funny, but I'm not going to do it. But yes, that is why it's significant. This is the first 13% that has ever been completed, that everyone can agree was actually completed. That is legal, I guess, with all the leaderboard rules. What else? Okay. I could go over the patterns again.
What are the differences in the run that Bob did?
Yes. So his run is completely skill based, and let me actually try that. I'm gonna go to Aqueduct. What you have to do is you have to get an elevator crystal flash suit in Meridia Forgotten Highway elevator. Then what you need to do is carry that over through the sand hallways. That's kind of difficult to do. But I think the two biggest difficult things are both things that are just beyond me. I think it's a lot harder, but I guess Bob decided that it would be easier. Do I have any footage of my run to show? Yes, it's on my YouTube. So not only did I submit like an edited version of it to just like cut the parts that worked, but I also linked a bunch of attempts and footage that I had.
Hey, can one of my mods shout out King's Twitch and put links to his Twitch and YouTube as like a pinned comment? I should have done that at the beginning of stream and I totally spaced. Sorry, man.
No, all good. Okay. So this is what you have to do. You have to underwater wall jump without L plus R, which is disabled on this.
There you go. 476. Wow, that was nice.
The best I've ever done is I've gone the ledge and view on NTSC. I did the G4 climb on PAL without high jump, and that was pretty tough. But to do this on NTSC is really tough because not only do you have to do this whole thing, very difficult, but you also have to do left side here. So like you would have to get door stuck in a weird way, like get like maybe here, and then you jump over, and then start climbing on the left. And I don't know, that's just beyond me. The second thing that makes this run really hard is something that you tried to learn and couldn't do, and it's not like I was any better.
I did. I tried to learn this, and I didn't get it a single time. I spent like 6 hours on it one day.
Yeah,
Much
I mean,
to yeah.
and
Oh, well.
I can't show it because I have no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
But you need to do a slope spark. And I mean, I could show a slope spark, but it's not gonna be this one.
Yeah, so this one, I don't remember all of the details behind it, but it's a frame perfect pause into a frame perfect forward press into a frame perfect backwards press with no space between. And it's also, I want to say, subpixel dependent, maybe subpixel perfect. And the way that it works is there's a crab there's a crab down below. That basically you manipulate the crab into coming on screen at a
This one or
specific
this
time.
one?
It's that one. You let it.
Oh, this?
Yeah, you let it crawl along the ceiling. Yeah. So basically, you pause when it's at a certain point. You take damage from the crab at the right point. You do the frame perfect back press thing.
And then,
And then yeah, you shine
something like
spark
that.
up like that. That's what it would look like, just with a weird pause and all sorts of other shenanigans in there.
Yeah.
I tried to do it. I couldn't. It's skill issue, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't try to do it and I couldn't do it. So.
So
I mean, I could show you a slope spark, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what makes that run hard. I would say that run is worse than the one that I did, because the one that I did,
underwater wall jumps look awful.
yeah, and like you saw, I was nowhere near.
Right. Because you don't have high jump. Like, that's rough. Yo. Making history.
No. Oh my gosh, it's
no.
so hard. But like, it's really straining. I think there's like a better grip. Maybe if I were, I don't know. I'm not gonna pull it out. But I don't know. It's definitely like really tiring on the hands.
Yeah.
It's not something that like people should be expected to do. So it is a nightmare. If I have high jump, it is a lot better.
And there's no other way to get to Everest. Like, you can't go up Main Street, right?
Correct. You can't do that. High jump.
You can't use your flash suit because you need it for Everest.
Yeah, so with high jump is a lot more chill. Oh, whoops. That can happen on keyboard too. But yeah, it is really monotonous. It's easy to lose the rhythm, and you have to do it for a long time. Yeah, you can't just spark up Main Street. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, people have done it with high jump on controller. That's what ice boots and speed boots do, but I don't know if anyone's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ice boots is the more common one. People have definitely done that on controller. And also I've seen like Eddie and I think Oates do it for rando.
Yeah, Map Randomizer has a thing called spin lock or something, where you push a key combination on your controller and then it literally won't let you break out of spin until you deactivate it. They did
Yeah,
that
I'm not gonna do that.
to even the playing field between controller users and everybody else for map randos, which that's cool. That's cool they did that. So
Yeah. But anyway, this is very hard. Honestly, I would even say that this could be harder than the triple frame perfect slope spark. I would even say, because like what I found out was like after I had already done like categories with these wall jumps, I later found out that like the way SNES 9X disables L+R actually helps me with these wall jumps. Because what you want to do is you want to let go of left for as briefly as possible. And because when you hold both without L+R, it prioritizes left, it allows you to do just that. Which makes left side hard because you want to hold left for as briefly as possible.
right.
So it's definitely possible. And I found with high jump, it didn't really matter the emulator. I was able to do it anyway. But without high jump, it does make a difference. So I think that would cause controversy too. But yeah, those are the other 13%. But the one I did is
Are there any other theoretical 13%?
there's one that combines everything about the one that Bob did and the one that I did. So
Heck yeah,
it's
dude.
speed. Okay, there's two more. There's speed PB, which is the wall jumps plus the slope spark plus the 10 powerbomb underflow, which is a waste of time for me. But the only way that you could do a 13% without L+R and without underflow is the speed TAS. So what that is low speed without gravity. So what you need to do is you need to do these wall jumps without L plus R, you need to do the triple frame perfect slope spark. And to avoid L plus R, oops, you have to, I guess, whatever, I'll just teleport there. I can't do it, but you need to do like this weird, I don't know, I think it allows you to slope spark on flat ground or something like that, which is at least frame perfect on top of something else. But essentially it allows you to spark through this. No, what you would do is like, what's the most attainable? Okay, so
I would say probably King's Run.
here's what I would say, Prof. I would say you are going to have the easiest time probably to do the one with L plus R just by opening up your controller to do it. However, the easiest valid one is the Ice PB that I did. I'm supposed to, I guess I could do this, but whatever. I bring a Puyo over there. This is while I have the flash suit from doing the slope spark from before. And then I don't know. It's like some kind of double knockback thing from a Puyo, and it's like double frame perfect. Basically, you need to get like a triple frame perfect trick followed by a double frame perfect trick in the same save. And then, of course, you have to have Pitless Coliseum. You can't fall in. So that would be here. And when you don't have ice, I don't know, there's not a great way to get across this. So, I mean, you could do... Oh, oops. Oh, shoot.
Rip.
Damn it. The best way that I found to do it is bomb jumps, which not too many people know how to do those. Oh, shoot.
The specific type of bomb jump, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could just normal HBJ, but I find that less reliable. You could do some kind of jump like that and hope you make it. It's really precise, though. Maybe after doing all that, you wouldn't really want to risk it. So the best thing I do is...
just CWJ off that block, dude. That's what Drisky would do.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. That's the easiest solution. Actually, no, the easiest one is this. That's the easiest one, which is still kind of precise. Like you need to make
It's
sure.
not as bad.
Yeah.
If you miss, it's GG.
It's GG. Yeah, you have to do all that all over again, and then you have to do some kind of weird short charge on the spikes using bombs, and I don't know how to do that. Yeah, someone told me that it's probably easier than BT skip, and that's all I know. Probably. Yeah.
Probably easier than
So you like
skip.
short charge on here, doing some weird thing, and yeah, I can do it. Drewski, maybe. I told him that like if anyone were to do the speed task, it's him, because he was starting to figure out those wall jumps, dude. Like
Drewski's
don't know.
crazy.
Yeah.
Such a
Beyond me.
crazy player.
Beyond me, I can't do it. But yes, that might be all.
Cool.
I understand that this doesn't exactly... yeah, honestly, he's not human. But this might be all that I can think of. I mean, if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, I mean, this doesn't exactly like perfectly explain how I do, but I think it reveals a solution that people can start to work with.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That's
Can
what I got.
Somebody shout out King one more time. Thank you guys for your help with that. This was fun, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing it off and talking about it, sharing your knowledge. I love sharing knowledge about this game, guys. It's so like it's fun, but it's also really like gratifying and fulfilling, and like it's just so cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's really important to me that other people know how to do this. I did like initially put out info out there, and then I took it down because I didn't want people to beat me to it. And then I put it back up when I did it.
gotcha.
I missed the first part. Why did I leave the ROM open? Okay, so what happens is I get in the small RNG loop. Oops.
You're off the.
Okay. So I get in the small RNG loop. And I'll stay in the RNG loop as long as I don't enter a room with acid or reset. So resetting would take me out, which I could. I guess Ice PB is a lot faster than like XPB to do it. Like there's just some weird Meridia movement there. Ice, I guess when you have Ice Beam, it's not that bad. But yeah, it's like, I guess 5 or so minutes to do. I decided that it would just be faster to leave it open. When you get in the small RNG loop and you fail an attempt, you want to die. Because when you die, I guess it just keeps doing the RNG that it was normally doing. I guess just running the way that it was. No problem there. But yeah, it resets it when you reset the game to the title screen.
Cool. All right. Any other AMAs?
Yeah, this is like a very technical thing that I'm doing
Oh,
here.
I actually had a question.
Yeah.
So after you get the underflow, how do you escape Dragon? Because you're suitless, right?
Let me do it.
I mean, I think I know, but for the sake of everybody else watching.
There, I think. Okay, I'm just... Whoops. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay, I want to move it over to super missiles. Morph. Because, like, I might be just freaking out at this point. Just
Right.
okay. Gather myself. I calm down a little bit. Yeah, I don't need to do anything with this. What I do,
So now you have to finish the Dragon fight.
I turn this into a blue. That just makes it easier, but that means I can't pause. So
Right.
don't pause because you don't have speed booster.
Yeah.
You can pause if you do speed PB, I guess.
So let's explain that. So right now, Samus has a Shine Spark, but Samus does not have the speed booster item. If you enter the pause menu, the game will check and see that Samus does not have the speed booster item, and it will actually remove her Shine Spark speed booster state. So, yeah.
Oops.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
I am damaging Dragon down, I guess as much as I can.
So you're keeping track of how many shots you do,
Yeah.
so you know how much health she has left.
Yeah. So I want her to be almost dead, but not actually dead. And so I guess for the purposes of this video right now, I'm showing the health, but of course
Right.
you can't see health.
In a normal run, you wouldn't be able to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't want her to die. I need to get carried up. And because I'm in the small RNG loop, I won't get slapped.
Right.
That's a big deal. Prof, I'll answer that question in a bit.
You cannot damage Dragon during that goop grab advance, is that right?
Correct. Yeah, so it's like not working right now. Oh, whoops. Okay, so 2 more supers. You don't even need to get the missiles in because you need to do a quick snipe,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be with the super.
Right.
So I can get down to 300. That's 1 super left to shoot.
Okay, this part's really cool, guys. If you haven't seen this before, this part's super cool.
Okay, this works on both the left and the right side. So I'll do this left side right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 59 out of 60 directional inputs. And then it's kind of precise to do this. Yeah,
That's
and then
sick.
Dragon's dead. But yeah, it's super easy to get this like barely early or barely late. But I mean, if you're in the
if
small,
you miss,
Yeah.
what happens then?
let me miss, and I'll show you. It's not a big deal. He'll just get picked up again. I just shoot missiles until I see Dragon come up to pick me up again. Yeah, some time will go by. She'll pick me up again. I just try again. When you're not in the small RNG loop, she
Okay,
can slap you.
So
Then
now
it's kind
let's
of a
talk about
challenge.
this. So why are you getting dropped on this ledge here?
Um,
Why
yeah.
don't you just use your shine spark to get out? Because you have a shine spark right now. We saw, right?
Yeah. I'll show you in a little bit. Okay. So I don't have to use the shine spark here when I do this. But if you can find me, if you can find a way to get out of here without a shine spark, then
Just wall jump, dude. Just
Just
do
wall
your
jump.
underwater wall jumps. Come on.
yeah. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
you
this
need to
room
hear.
is notorious for being the main reason that it's so hard to find ways to get less things
Yeah.
because you either need a way to shine spark out of this room or you need a gravity suit.
Yeah.
On PAL, you can get out of here if you have high jump and no gravity, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. But you can't do that on NTSC. Or you need X-ray so you can X-ray climb through the wall.
Let me show you that. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's just out of reach.
Yeah, so you can get up this part.
Okay, whatever, dude. Bruh.
So yeah, you can underwater wall jump all the way
Huh.
up here.
Okay. Yeah, you can get up here. Normally I
But
can do this, but
unfortunately, you actually can't make it up here. No matter what.
yeah,
Unless it's PAL.
PAL can. In which case you can wall jump up in this area here.
Yep.
If it weren't for these ledges, you could. This room is the entire reason why you need ice. No, it's the reason why you need gravity in low ice.
Yeah.
This room, that's it. And Baboon Holloway is the only reason you need ice. Because now you can do
spitting, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. PAL is the same game. Same game, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you do.
So that's why you have to let Dragon has to drop you off this ledge.
Yeah.
Because if you use your shine spark here to get to this door, you wouldn't have it to get out of the
Yeah.
next room.
Correct. Also, I mean, I'll show you a right side one because it works on the right side too.
Oh, the quick snipe thing?
Oh my gosh.
Dragon. Come on.
Well, what's funny is like, I mean, when I'm freaking out in my run, I'm just going for the left side because I think it's safer. So I'm skipping out on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm counting 59, and this is easier for me to count in threes just by like
Right.
doing left, down, right. Just
Safe state?
I'll do that.
Sorry, I believe in you, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Nice.
why.
Nice.
No, but I missed.
Well, but you
Which
you
is
got the
rare.
hit,
Yeah, I
but-
got the hit, but now I'm soft lock.
Yeah.
So like that's the reason why I didn't go for it in the run.
That's cool. So it's a little more precise there than left side.
Yeah, but it's still not bad. Just wasn't locked in. But I decided like if I'm freaking out as much as I am, I'm just gonna play it safe and do the
Yeah.
left side. But it works on both sides. So I was talking with E Holden and he thought it only worked on left side.
Mm.
So he was spending like minutes at Dragon just trying to get a left side. And
Gotcha.
no, you don't need to do that. Okay. Yeah, let me look back at some of these questions.
Yes. So if you were to collect a missile drop right now, you would lose your underflow on it. Same with supers.
Yeah, so what I do is like when I get up here, I just shoot off some ammo. And so if I get a drop, it's not going to reset to where I was. It's not going to reset to 0.
Gotcha.
With ice, you can just freeze the mock trays and get up. But when you don't have ice, whoops, you have to do something really precise. And I'll show you what that is. Nope.
So you're still permagooped.
Yes. There we go. I mean, I know you know about this gravity jump, but it's just a lot more precise.
Oh, with the bombs. I did this in a map rando once, actually. And I want to say it was out of logic for the difficulty that I picked, and so it actually made the whole run really awful.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eddie was like, quit doing hard stuff and making it worse on yourself. And I was like, screw this. That's pretty much how that went. But
Okay, let me look back at some of these.
I think that's pretty much it. I was looking, so oh.
Why did it take so long? Because I'm not very good at this game. No, I'm kidding. But for real, it's really hard. Like the biggest challenge was, I mean, just having to, I guess, trial and error, just learning when to shoot the goop, that kind of thing. Looking back at my videos and learning from my mistakes, being like, okay, I shot this far too early, and I don't know. It took time to learn the patterns and stuff like that. Also, what happened with me?
You theorized this stuff yourself.
Yes.
Someone else told you about the small RNG loop, but you figured out everything else yourself? Is that right?
Yes.
Most everything else?
Yeah, I'll show you a setup. I mean, I guess I can't show it here, but I'll show you a setup that Total sent me, which is very similar. It's in the same spot, like up against the wall, not quite up against the door. And that served as like a good basis for me because I had no idea how to do it before.
So he did show that prof. I'm gonna post this whole thing to YouTube, but the TLDR on that is you need to enter pre-cathedral with 69 energy and die from heat damage.
So
that's the whole thing.
So this was, I don't know if there's a way. This is, so you can see, it's like at the same spot, right? That point in the wall, but not at the door. You can see that he's jumping up to shoot goop. This is a pattern that will never happen in the small loop, by the way. So it's not super useful.
Gotcha.
For this. But yeah, that was like a good starting point for me to think about like, okay, this is where I can line up. And I'll just look and see if I can find a goop pattern that works with it. But yeah, so I had that. Someone told me about the small loop, and then Bob gave me some ideas that that were pretty close but weren't quite what I would say now, where it's like 3 or 4 and 43 goop patterns in the small loop. He said look for something like look for a consistent setup, and you can get it down to 1 and 87 by having quite a bit more refined than that, I would say, but not perfectly. So there's a lot more that can be done. This is definitely not something that I want to have replace all 14%. Like, I don't want people to stop calling low ice because low ice is fun. This is ass cheeks on a stick. This is bad. This is a bad category. You want to hate your life? You want to hate your life? Run this category.
Low percent doesn't have to mean minimum percent or lowest percent or whatever.
Yeah.
I think a 15% low percent glitchless would be cool to do. That doesn't make it not low percent, right? It's just a different kind of low percent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is super cool that you've pushed this like this, because you've been doing all the different low percent categories for so long.
I did, but this took a lot less time than I thought it would, because Bob said that his 13% took him months. This took me a week and a half, and this was like a week or so of theorizing, and then 2 days of attempts, and then I got on the second day.
That's crazy fast, dude.
That was a lot faster than I thought it would be. I was in chat, like I remember MM2 stopped by my chat. He's like, "Oh, I hope you get this by February." I'm like, "Yeah, it might take that long. I might just have to give up." But Yeah, it actually worked, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Okay, is there a place to see all the runs? The best place is the wiki, which a lot of it was updated by Bob, but I think the wiki is like a good place to find out about all the different low percents. So yeah, there's 4 13% runs currently completed. There's 2 more theoretical ones, which theoretical ones will never be done.
Never say never, dude. It's
I don't know.
probably easier than BT skip. Okay? Probably.
Yeah, you just need a number of BT skips in a row
Drewski.
and one skip. That's it.
Drewski can do it.
Yeah, but I won't be the one to do it.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's what's good.
Cool. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
This was super cool. Shout outs to King again. Thanks for your explanation and your friendship.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for having me.
Cool.
Is there anything else I could go over? I know you want to.
I can't think of anything else. I think we
Maybe-
covered everything from chat. So
Yeah. All right.
thanks, everybody. As far as the rest of stream goes, I think I'm just gonna be done here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this today. It's fun to watch. I've been really curious about this and like. Anyway, yeah,
I would love to see more people do it.
cool stuff.
It's hard, but hopefully I've provided a good starting point. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks, Prof. My daughter really wants to hang out with me, so I need to just do that. but yeah, this has been cool. Cool. Well, we're gonna sign off here. But I'll be posting this probably just unedited on my YouTube channel. Yeah, cool. Push the on the right one, the top left. Yep,
this?
yes, top left. Yeah,
This?
right there. Yep. And then ending stream on the top right.
oh, dude, this is so sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wait, ending stream.
Yep.
No! No! That's not what I wanted. Heck Jack. Heck Jack. Heck Jack.
So I have 3 kids. I have a son who's 6, and then I have 2 daughters who are 3 and 2. And the 3-year-old, when she started talking, would be like, "Hey, Mom." My wife wouldn't say anything. So after a few seconds, I'd say, "What, Natalie?" She'd say, "No! I'm talking to Mom!"
And I'm just gonna enjoy everything how it is while it is this way. Okay, Nia, I'm supposed to play video games now. Hey, I'm supposed to play the game now. Nia.